guys, welcome back to the podcast. I'm James.
I'm Graeme.
And yeah, so welcome to the pod. So how's your week been?
Friday, meh. Saturday, meh. Sunday, bloody fantastic.
Oh, good for you.
Monday, and it continues.
Fair enough.
You?
Yeah, not too bad. Trying to think of what I've been up to. We were through visiting some family over the weekend, and then it was my brother's birthday on Monday.
Wait, was it?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Why would you? Which I think apart from that, not too much. I've got some uni coursework due in over the next week or so it's a bit kind of... we've got to do a book report for one of our subjects. I'm doing flipping engineering. Why the hell do I have to do a book report?
I don't know. I'm going to Troon, I think, next week.
Why are you going to Troon?
Photography course.
Oh, fair enough.
College.
Yeah, Troon's quite nice. It's got some nice scenery. Oh, so, I'm trying to think if I'm doing much this weekend. Yeah, I've got, me and Ryan and Greg have got that course this weekend.
Yeah. I've got a funeral tomorrow.
Oh, lovely. That'll be cheery.
Aye.
Oh,
family I haven't seen in about 10 years.
Oh, gosh. Well, in lighter news, let's get on to the news. What's been happening these days?
I'm going to go first.
Okay, what you got?
In the last episode, I was talking about Youngblood and his EP, and it's how it's coming out on the 11th of October. He has delayed it a week because he's not happy with one of the songs.
Fair enough. At least I have no idea who this person is, but at least he's passionate about his work and isn't just turning out shite.
Yeah.
I hate it when that happens.
Imagine Dragons. Anyway.
So, have you... Guessing you've seen the trailer for Birds of Prey?
Yes, I hate it.
Okay. Any more thoughts on that?
It's mostly centred around Harley Quinn.
Which I think, because it is the Harley Quinn... It's Harley Quinn's film.
I know, but it's a Birds of Prey film.
Yeah, but it's... What's the full title?
Oh.
Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Something like that. It just...
See if they called it a Harley Quinn movie.
Yeah, I suppose.
It wouldn't...
Or just, the title was a Harley Quinn movie.
Yeah.
It's like an Untitled Goose Game.
Have you played that game?
No, I've seen like loads of footage and stuff from it. No, it looks
so
amazing.
Funny.
But okay, thoughts on the characters? I like the look of Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, I never got to see. Got to see much of the other characters. It was mostly her.
Yeah. It was kind of her and Black Mask that it focused on. I'm hoping that they do actually bring in a Black Mask for him, and he's not just Ewan McGregor for the whole thing.
Might not see Jean.
Just give him a mask, like an actual practical mask. I mean, he looks great.
Yeah.
But I'm honestly not quite sure what I feel about this movie.
I saw a meme, and it was like the Joker movie, and the guy's sitting there, and Harley Quinn's jumping on his legs, and it's a Birds of Prey movie over her.
Fair enough.
But all the comments I've seen about it is like, why are they not calling it a Harley Quinn movie? Why are they not calling it a Harley Quinn movie?
Yeah. And the thing is, she still doesn't look like Harley Quinn.
Someone put smells like a feminist girl power movie.
Nice.
But someone also put about Jared Leto.
What about him?
I was just reading that.
There's no way he's going to be in it.
No, Jared Leto's Joker is so bad, even the DCEU, Harley Quinn breaks up with him.
Fair enough. But yeah, as I was saying, she still doesn't look like Harley Quinn from the comics or even the games or anything. Like, she bears some sort of resemblance to the Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. I mean, that was... As we discussed last week, I don't like that look.
No, but it was still Harley Quinn-esque.
Yeah, whereas this is just... What the fuck are they going for?
It's like she's hit her head multiple times and went, oh, I'll go for this, I'll go for that.
It's just... Yeah, it's weird.
And I can tell about the flamboyant fucking Black Mask.
Oh, he's great. He just... If he has a mask, that'll absolutely complete it. It'll be perfect. But apart from that, I can probably deal with it if he doesn't, because I like Ewan McGregor.
Mm-hmm. But most of the memes I've seen about it is how it's like one's from Avengers, and it's like Thanos clicking his fingers, and it's the Joker movie. Then Hulk clicking his fingers, and it has Birds of Prey over it,
God.
and they're back.
Yeah, probably. I'm guessing you've seen all those whole... The Joker's gonna kill the MCU. It's gonna be the greatest movie of all time.
And then Birds of Prey comes in.
And it's like, yeah, we're just gonna bulldoze this.
Yeah.
All the good work we've done.
I feel like Joker is gonna have some impact on the MCU. Then Birds of Prey is just gonna come in and ruin it.
Yeah, because I think Birds of Prey is the only one that they're working on that's still in the DCEU continuity. So Joker's out of continuity. The Batman is its own thing.
Suicide Squad. They've started that because James Gunn's put a photo up of the script. Like script.
Yeah, because that's still in continuity.
But it might not be. It might be its own thing.
Maybe. To be fair though, they've still got Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, and they've got Joel Kinnaman and Viola Davis and things like that.
Yeah.
But it looks weird.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about it, to be honest. I'll wait for a second trailer to make a proper opinion on it.
Well, no, it's not actually. Birds of Prey isn't the only one. Wonder Woman 2.
Oh, true, I forgot about that. It's because we've had nothing about it.
Wonder Woman 2, Aquaman 2, and Shazam.
Yeah.
With Black Adam.
Is The Rock still playing Black Adam?
Yeah.
Fair enough. That'll be good. So, moving on. Terminator news.
MK11.
Yeah, so...
I've seen his moves.
Is it interesting?
Fucking amazing. His vitality is he ports the enemy to the future, and a Terminator blows off his chest like a beam.
Nice.
But see, what I really like what they done about it is, see if he becomes completely on fire,
it turns into the metal skeleton.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But he's got like some sort of armour as well.
Okay. I mean, I've never played any of the Mortal Kombat games, but I kind of like the look of this. It looks pretty cool.
It's the way some of his intros is he takes the shotgun out of the box and it's Johnny Cage toys and he's crushing them.
And speaking of Terminator, we've got another trailer for Dark Fate. What do you think? It looks good. Do you think it looks good?
I didn't know there was another trailer.
Oh, there's another trailer. Right, well, there's another trailer. It looks good.
The only trailer I've seen is the new Kingsman one. The Kingsman.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Looks good.
That looks amazing.
That
the
looks
Kingsman.
Good. Yeah.
I haven't seen the new trailer for Terminator.
Oh, we can watch it later on. But it's pretty good. It's quite bloody. It's proper bloody.
Well, look who's doing it.
What's his name from Deadpool? Who's directing it? Isn't it? Tim Miller. Yeah, so it looks good. When's that out again?
Terminator?
Yeah.
Soon.
It's out in like the next couple of weeks or something.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do like Joker next week and then Terminator at some point in the near future. So moving on, Crisis on Infinite Earths news. So we've got we got our first look of Brandon Routh as the sort of Kingdom Come Superman.
I think he'll do a good job.
Yeah, he looks good because he's great as the Atom in the Arrowverse.
Yeah, and there's a theory that Kingdom Come Superman is an older version of Christopher Reeve's Superman.
Well, yeah, because Brandon Routh played Superman in Superman Returns, which is a sequel to the Chris Reeve Superman films.
So it is.
Just with different actors, obviously. But it's set in that same continuity.
Yeah.
So
I really like his suit. I think they've done
it
a
looks
good
great.
job, especially with the S.
Aye, and he's got the sort of grey temples.
Yeah.
It looks good.
A lot of people were saying that they should make the S a bit bigger.
To be fair though, it looks pretty spot on.
Yeah, and it's a photo with him and then Tyler. Is it Hoken?
I can't quite remember.
his second name, but Tyler, who plays Superman in the CW shows.
Yeah. So we got a look at him, and also Jonah Hicks is going to be in it as well, which I like. He doesn't show up nearly enough. He's great.
Yeah, but this is my issue that I'm going to get with it. Are they adding too many people?
I don't know, because
it's 5 hours long, right?
Exactly.
The last 2 is Legends and Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Supergirl, Batwoman, and Flash first.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's Arrow and Legends in January.
Okay.
Because it's December, January it's happening.
So they're gonna leave it on like a cliffhanger.
Yes.
That'll be good.
In December. And then it's going to end with Arrow, I think.
That's properly cruel.
But do you think they're adding too many characters? Because it's 5 hours long.
Exactly, it's 5 hours long. They've got time to do things with every character.
But I still feel like the more they're adding to it,
to be fair,
the
though,
less are cutting out of other characters.
To be fair though, when you think about Infinity War and Endgame, the two of those films put together is about 5 hours.
It's 5.5 hours.
Exactly. So, and the number of characters that they were juggling there.
Aye. They're juggling the whole MCU.
Exactly. So you've got all the characters from all the shows in Crisis, plus all the characters from all the multiverses. But I think I'm fingers crossed it'll be good. All the other crossovers are really quite good. They haven't done one that's bad yet.
The Nazi one was quite good. The one they done last year.
What was that? Earth X.
Earth X.
Elseworlds, I thought was a bit.
Elseworlds was last year.
Yeah, I thought that one was a bit meh. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't as good as the other ones that they've done.
The show's starting Sunday. Supergirl and Batwoman.
Cool.
Because it's Supergirl, Batwoman are together.
Arrow
Flash and Arrow
starts in a couple of weeks, doesn't it?
Flash and Arrow are starting on Tuesday.
Oh, that'll be great. I'm so hyped
I think
for
they're
that.
together, and Black Lightning and Supergirl. Black Lightning and Legends are together.
All right.
But
Okay.
that's really weird. Black Lightning's in it.
But he's not Arrowverse though, is he?
He is.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. I feel like he's going to be in the crossover, but his show isn't.
Okay, that's a bit weird. I suppose I don't think Black Lightning's as popular as the other ones.
No. Flash's new suit though.
Yeah,
That's
I've
comic
seen
accurate.
It looks good.
All he needs are boots because he's got earpieces. But have you seen these set photos released for it?
No.
He might be turning into Negative Flash.
Oh, okay. So what's that? You need to explain that to me.
Negative Flash. So it's kind of like he's tapped into negative Speed Force because there's set photos of him all disformed, looking like a zombie, and he's like there's like claws coming out his.
Okay, so a bit like Zoom.
A wee bit.
Okay, that'll be cool. Speaking of the Arrowverse and stuff, Ruby Rose, who's playing Batwoman,
Yes.
had a bit of an injury while filming.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not great.
No.
But she's had surgery and seems to be doing
Negative
that.
Flash though.
Ah, right, okay, makes sense.
So it's like negative Speed Force, but they might be doing that because there's set photos released of him
Okay.
that hinting he was going to become Negative Flash.
I've kind of stopped following some of the Crisis stuff now because I still want to be surprised with what comes up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to know everything that's going to happen. As much as I like knowing what characters are going to be in it, I don't want, like, plot points revealed.
Yeah. But it's one of those with so many characters, you can go anywhere with it.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, look at his hand.
Ah, right, okay. So, question, do you think they're going to... Is it going to be set in the one universe and all the other universes are going to come to them? Or do you think they're going to be, like, dimension hopping?
Cisco's made detected with dimension hopping.
Yeah.
And I don't know if having it all in the one place is good. Because it might get too crowded.
Exactly. I hope they kind of...
Dimension hop.
I think there will be some universes crash into others.
There's also possibilities of this free Superman and together in one scene. Because Tyler's already done a scene with the guy that plays him in Smallville. And his Lois.
Yeah.
and then he's done a
That'd be
scene
good.
with Brendan as Superman, so there might be a scene with the three of them together, but hopefully you get to see the Smallville suit,
Yeah.
because Smallville ended on a kind of cliffhanger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard about that. I think I've seen like 3 episodes of Smallville. One of them had like vampires in it, and it was really weird.
I don't know if the Smallville Green Arrow's going to be in it.
I honestly don't know. I think they're just going to do like the really recognisable characters from each one. But we'll see. So moving on, have you? So we were talking a wee bit about the Joker movie earlier on. So at the moment,
I feel like we're talking about that all the time.
Yeah, that's because it's gonna kill the MCU. It's the biggest movie of all time.
Sarcastic.
I'll try my best. So Joker has been projected for 155 million opening weekend, which is pretty big.
Did you see the interview that he done?
Oh yeah, and he like just stormed out.
No, he never stormed out the interview. Fucking Jimmy.
Oh, the
Kimmel?
Jimmy Kimmel one. Yeah,
Aye, he
yeah.
fucking showed a clip of him walking out, and Wakan's like, it was great in set, I loved every minute of it, and he showed that, and he goes, oh shit. That's awkward.
But yeah, so it's kind of projected for a record-breaking opening weekend. To be fair though, these numbers mean absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
God knows where they actually come from. But I think it will do well, certainly in the opening weekend. And then when people get kind of word of mouth, whether it's good or bad, we'll see where it goes in the following week or two.
Yeah, and if no one gets shot.
Oh, aye, yeah. If that happens, do you think they'll pull it from theatres? I think they will.
I think they will. It's a good thing I'm seeing it on fucking Saturday. It comes out today, I think.
Yeah, it's out today. It's either today or tomorrow. I think I'll go and see it next week.
I've got my tickets booked for Saturday, so.
Ah, good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Do you think they're gonna pull it if someone gets shot?
Yeah, they pull it from cinemas. I mean, we talked about the Warner Bros. Statement last week, and if that's the sort of thing that they're putting out, then yeah, if some whack job with a gun gets into one of the theatres and shoots it up, then yeah, I think they'll pull it.
Fucking the Americans run it for everyone.
I'm guessing you've heard the New York Police Department have put on extra security.
Yeah, for all the cinemas and
Yeah. New York. Which is a bit weird because it's a film. It's just a film.
It's like you don't see people over here fucking seeing Saving Private Ryan and going out and shooting cunts.
Yeah, but that's because Saving Private Ryan was a war film. It was shooting Nazis.
Good point.
It's not like the Joker who's just some mad psychopath.
But it's like if we go and see something that's violent, we don't go out and start shooting people.
Yeah. To be fair, that's because access to guns here is so much more difficult.
I know.
God damn it! So, in news for Harry Potter fans, the Pottermore website is closed down.
I saw that.
I've never used it, and I really don't care.
Same.
Yeah.
Continue.
Moving on. I'm guessing you've seen the teaser for Stranger Things 4? Looks good.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Because it looks like it's fully based in the Upside Down.
Yeah, which it could be. Certainly could be.
Because it looks like the Upside Down.
Yeah.
I loved the way they done it, because it was just the normal intro, and then it flickered, and then it went to the Upside Down, and then the Upside Down kind of consumed the logo.
Yeah.
Which was really cool, and it's like we're not in Hopkins anymore.
Yeah. So we won't spoil the ending of season 3.
I was a baby. I was like a baby.
I was greeting my eyes out.
Same.
And
but do you think, yes or no?
What is the question of who is the American? We all know who the American... I've got a theory as it might be Alexei, because he... So he's betrayed the communist regime and is perceived by the Russians as an American. So it could be him, but in all likelihood, it's probably who everybody thinks it is.
Who do you think it is?
Well, again, spoilers for the end of season 3. Yeah, we think it's him. So yeah, when is it? The new series is coming out 2021, or is it next year?
Me and my pal were talking about this on Sunday. She was saying it was supposed to be December 2020.
Okay, that'd be pretty good.
I've got a funny feeling they're going to push it to 2021.
Could be.
Because depends how big scale they want to do it, and depends how big the CGI work's going to be.
Be good if they did one at like sort of Christmas time.
Like a Christmas special?
Not necessarily a Christmas special, but if the series was set over Christmas.
Uh-huh.
Because first series was kind of summer-ish, kind of end of summer. Second season was set over Halloween. And then season 3 was set over like Independence Day, 4th of July. So it was
kind of like autumn, tail end of autumn, winter,
yeah,
and summer. So
if
you're going to say
did,
winter, spring kind of thing?
I think it'd be good if they, because I mean, like Demogorgons in the snow, that'd be cool.
They've got snow jackets on.
Speaking of
Demogorgons, speaking of Demogorgons and Stranger Things, Dead by Daylight.
Yeah,
they've got a DLC out for Stranger Things.
Yeah,
it's set in Hawkins' lab, and the two characters is Nancy and Steve.
Is it Steve or Jonathan?
Steve.
Oh right, okay.
It's not the one that goes out with Nancy.
Yeah,
it's the cool guy that hangs out with
Steve.
Dustin.
Yeah, Steve's good.
It's Steve.
Great hair.
Yeah, it's Steve and Nancy, and the main villain is the Demogorgon.
Oh right, okay. I'm guessing you've seen Steve's new haircut and the moustache. God, he looks like a nonce. He looks like a proper nonce.
Imagine he showed up to set one day like that.
Oh God.
Fucking Millie Bobby Brown and all that's going to be like,
I'm guessing you've heard about the whole her and Drake thing. Yeah, it's not creepy at all, is it?
Swiftly moving on, James.
Swiftly moving on.
Before you get done.
Oh yeah. Have you seen the trailer for the BBC's War of the Worlds?
Yes.
What do you think?
It looks interesting.
It looks good. The CGI is pretty good. I don't think there's anybody kind of well known is going to be in it.
That's what I like sometimes about the BBC.
Yeah,
they do series with people that you don't know,
and that you get more invested in the character because you're not seeing that person
it's like
as another character.
It's like you're not watching it. You see Ryan Reynolds and you think of Deadpool and
Pikachu.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to this because I absolutely love the War of the Worlds. The book's great. The
Tom Cruise movie.
The Tom Cruise movie is pretty good. It's got good bits in it. The original 1950s movie is fantastic. It's properly good. And they did a sort of musical version of it in the 80s that was released on vinyl. That's really quite good. That's certainly the most truthful adaptation of it. But this one is an adaptation of the book set in Victorian Britain, following George, the journalist from the book, unlike the two films, which are kind of set in the present day, certainly of that time. But yeah, it looks good. I like the design of the tripods. They're kind of different to anything we've seen before. They've kind of taken a departure from the ones from the Steven Spielberg film and from the ones from the musical version.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be good. It's out in a couple of weeks' time, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, it's certainly this autumn.
Well, they need to replace something to cover Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
Everybody's bloody raging with the finale of season 5.
I honestly don't watch Peaky Blinders. I don't like kind of gangster things.
I'll talk to you about it after, just in case people haven't seen it.
So War of the Worlds, they're doing like it's 3 episodes.
Is it?
And I think they're all like 90-minute long, which would be good. So like Sherlock or something. It would be like that.
That's one series that's kind of went dead.
Yeah, that's because the last season was shit and nobody cares about it anymore. Yeah,
and also those two kind of fell out.
Well,
Cumberbatch and
Freeman. That's a shame.
It's Freeman's fault. Cumberbatch said it went to his fucking head.
So we've got World Worlds out as well, or we've got World Worlds coming out, but we've also got the BBC and HBO are doing historic materials. which is the
That looks amazing, by
kind
the
of
way.
adaptation of the Northern Lights story.
Yeah, and
which-
the Golden Compass.
Yeah, so they adapted the Northern Lights into the Golden Compass a few years ago, and it's an okay film. It's nowhere near the book in terms of tone,
Yeah.
and also the film finishes 3 chapters early.
Yeah.
Because spoilers for
The
the
Compass.
Northern Lights, a book which came out like 20 years ago. At the end of the book, Azrael kills Roger, the Lyra's friend, so that he can cross over to one of the other dimensions. And it's proper like, Jesus fuck! Oh my god!
Yeah. But the Golden Compass ends
with them going off to find Azrael, and yeah. But I'm looking forward to this. It looks like a more faithful adaptation to it. And so
I loved that polar bear when I was younger. I don't know why.
So we've got
Who played the polar bear again?
I can't remember.
I remember Daniel Craig was in it.
Daniel Craig was Azrael. We've got James McAvoy's playing him in the HBO adaptation, and it's what's her name who played X-23 in Logan plays Lyra. And that was pretty good.
She was actually.
really
I was watching an interview the other week. No, actually, it was the bonuses of Logan and how James Mangold.
Yeah, James Mangold.
I said that she improvised the audition.
All right, okay.
To go half Spanish, half English.
That's pretty good.
And changed the scene, and Patrick Stewart's went, and that's one of the best audition tapes he's ever seen.
Yeah, she's really good in that.
She
For
is.
like a kid who's like, what, 14, 15 or something? Oldest? She was really good. So, speaking of Marvel, Spider-Man.
He's back!
He's
because
back,
of
baby!
Tom Holland. Because of Tom Holland.
Yeah,
Tom Holland kind of
pushed Sony to... he kind of held them hostage.
Because he's doing Uncharted.
Yeah. And
with the It director, I think.
So he said that he would pull out from the Uncharted film if Sony didn't kind of compromise with Marvel to get another deal.
So it was another movie and a cameo.
We've got so Spider-Man is going to be the 4th MCU film in 2021. So that's the first time Marvel have done that. It's going to be a big year for Marvel.
What's 4 movies in that year?
I honestly have no idea. I haven't checked. I probably should have checked, but it's a couple of years away. I don't really care just yet. So they're going to wrap up the Homecoming trilogy, which will be good. But interesting, 2021 is the year that the Marvel Netflix characters are allowed to be used again.
I was reading something how they're going to try and someone would really like Charlie Cox's Daredevil.
Yeah.
As Charlie Cox in
his
it,
lawyer.
to be his lawyer.
Yeah.
Because they might be doing Chameleon.
Okay.
Because if they do Chameleon, they could get that.
Yeah.
In.
Because Far From Home ended with Spider-Man's identity being revealed to the public, so there's a possibility of like a court case. We could have Daredevil showing up for that. That'd be good. We could have
hopefully it's Charlie Cox because he was absolutely amazing as Daredevil. He's still pushing it. See the guy played.
Oh yeah,
he's still pushing for it.
Yeah, because in each of the Homecoming films, Spider-Man's had that sort of mentor role model.
Yeah.
The first one we had Iron Man, and the second one we had Mysterio.
Yeah.
It'd be good if they had Daredevil in the third one.
It'd be really good that if they don't announce it's Daredevil, right?
Yeah.
But in one of the trailers, you can hear Charlie Cox's voice at the end of it.
Yeah, kind of teaser for it.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Because if they do Chameleon, you could easily do Daredevil.
Yeah.
Because court case, because the Chameleon could disguise as Peter Parker and kill someone.
Possible, yeah.
So.
Because Daredevil's worked with Spider-Man quite a lot in the comics.
Also Deadpool.
Yeah.
Because Marvel's got Deadpool back.
Yeah. I think they're going to leave him for a wee bit. But we'll see what happens. So he's got his third film to wrap up the Homecoming trilogy, but he's also going to appear in one other film. What do you think they're going to do with him? Because I've got a theory.
Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah. So I think Doctor Strange 2 is the Multiverse of Madness. So it's Doctor Strange : Multiverse of Madness. So they bring Spider-Man in for that. Spider-Man gets lost in the multiverse, which then sets him up for Sony to do their own thing with the Tom Holland Spider-Man.
No. Cross-universe, because they're going to introduce Venom and that into the MCU, near enough.
I've heard talk of that, but honestly, I think Sony's going to want to do their own thing. So if they wrap up...
See if they can get Venom within the MCU.
Yeah, it'd be good.
The storylines they can do.
Yeah. But if, say, something doesn't work out between Marvel and Sony in the next year or two...
They might properly can do Maximum Carnage now.
Yeah, they could do. But I'd like... I'd like to see them finish Spider-Man's arc. So if they finish that trilogy, that's great. He can then go off and do his own thing. So if they then lose him in the multiverse, that opens it up to the Spider-Verse and everything like that.
Whereas Morales and Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, and it means Sony can do their own thing with the Spider-Man characters. And because they were going to do that after everything fell apart with Marvel.
Yeah.
But now we can have a satisfying conclusion to Spider-Man in the MCU.
He's coming back to direct it. He's in final talks to do it. John Watts.
Oh, right, okay. That'd be good.
So when I done Homecoming and
Far From Home, yeah. It'd be good.
It was very rare you see a director finish a trilogy.
I suppose, unless it's like their trilogy.
Yeah.
If it's in a franchise, then yeah. But
because look at Thor.
Yeah, Thor's had like 3 different directors.
But the third one's obviously the best.
Yeah. I'm guessing you've heard about like Zack Snyder's Justice League trilogy that he had planned. Honestly, I kind of want to see that. I think that would have been good if Warner Brothers had just said to him, "Do your own thing." I think it would have been pretty good.
That's what hurt it, the DCU the most, was studio interference from Warner Brothers.
Absolutely, they were trying to make it too like the MCU, and they weren't just letting directors do their own thing. Because that's what's great about
Shazam.
Yeah.
And Aquaman.
Or what I was going to say is, with the Marvel movies, you can clearly tell
Kevin Feige doesn't really care.
No, Kevin Feige cares a lot about it.
But he doesn't he doesn't care like what interference he's got.
Yeah.
As long as it's good.
So like
he's happy.
Taika Waititi was basically given free reign for Thor Ragnarok. He was told, okay, so this is where Thor starts and this is where he needs to be by the end. These are what characters are going to be introduced. Apart from that, do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, because I've got a funny feeling Taika Waititi was teamed up with the Russo brothers for Thor.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he did kind of some of the Thor stuff for Endgame and Infinity War, because James Gunn did the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff for Infinity War.
Yeah.
Which is what I quite liked. They were kind of bringing everyone together for that. But again, look at the James Gunn. He was kind of left to do his own thing with Guardians. The Russo brothers were kind of told, do what you want with Winter Soldier and Civil War.
Winter Soldier is one of the best MCU movies.
It's my favourite MCU film.
It's so good.
I don't think it's the best, but it's my favourite.
What's the best in your opinion?
Okay, I'm going to phrase that differently. So, my favourite, just because of the way it is the combination of Infinity War and Endgame. Those 2 films together are amazing. They're a masterpiece. But the best film is The Winter Soldier, because it's perfectly crafted. It's so different to any of the other MCU films we had before. Like it's
extremely political.
It's a political conspiracy thriller with Captain America and Nazis, and it's great. It is fantastic,
and it kind of mirrors real world stuff as well, like governments and that.
Yeah, it's properly good. I really need to watch it again. I haven't seen it in a few years. Oh, so.
Thunderbolt Ross is going to be in Black Widow.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've heard there's. I've seen the set pictures and stuff from that.
It's got a walking stick.
That looks good. Did he have a walking stick in the other? In
never had He never had it in Civil War.
So
he looks very frail as well.
So
do you think he's been experimenting on himself to become Red Hulk?
It's possible, but we didn't get any sense of that in Infinity War.
No, he wasn't in.
Yeah, he was. He was like a hologram in Infinity War.
Was. But he's got a walking stick. He looks very frail in it as well.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm
remember that-
interested to see what they do with Black
Or
Widow film.
maybe it's like the Black Widow movie's kind of like a flashback.
No, Black Widow's set in between Civil War and Infinity War.
I know, but he looks frail when he's got a walking stick. But he
Yeah.
didn't look like that in Infinity War.
To be fair, he's in Infinity War for like 10 seconds.
That's a good point.
Oh. So, will we get on to this week's main topic?
Yes.
So, obviously, Joker's coming out today or tomorrow, so we'll do that next week. But in the run-up to that, last week we did Suicide Squad, and this week we're going to do Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. So, preliminary thoughts.
It's interesting.
What do you mean it's interesting? I think it's a flipping brilliant film.
I know, but it's the way they've done it. It's quite interesting.
It is a great film.
It is.
It is a proper exploration of what Batman is and the whole sort of kind of battle between order and chaos and what the embodiments of order and chaos can be.
Yeah.
Um,
And I loved the homage they paid to the Joker in The Dark Knight Rises.
yeah,
With when they unveiled the Batman statue and everybody's sitting in the shape of a smile.
yeah, I've seen
And
that.
you never realised that until I showed you like,
Yeah.
a few weeks ago. Because
So,
he should have been the main villain for Arkham, the Dark
Dark
Knight
Knight
Rises.
as well.
That's
yeah,
how it kind of left his kind of hanging on a cliffhanger.
absolutely.
But unfortunately,
Yeah, unfortunately, Heath Ledger passed away. It was like just after the first trailer came out, I think,
I think so.
for The Dark Knight. Which is a real shame because he's great. The interesting thing was there was like a load of backlash about Heath Ledger being the Joker.
It's kind of the same thing with Joaquin Phoenix as well.
Yeah.
When he first announced, like, why him? Why not this guy?
But it's like
he's
there's-
never going to be a good
There's
Joker.
always been backlash as to who they cast as Batman or Heath Ledger, or sorry, not Heath Ledger, as the Joker.
Especially Heath Ledger.
Yeah, because before that he'd done things like, he was kind of famous for his sort of rom-coms and things
Yeah.
like that. He'd done he'd done A Knight's Tale, which is a great film, where he's like a knight or something. I can't remember. I haven't seen it in like 10 years. But yeah, so Heath Ledger's great as the Joker. What do you think about Christian Bale?
I quite liked him as Batman.
He's great. His Batman is okay. I think.
He was in Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah. Who? Heath Ledger.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
With Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. Because the thing is, when you're judging the best Batman, you've got to kind of judge their Batman and their Bruce Wayne independently of each other.
Yeah.
So I think
That's how I'm thinking with Robert Pattinson. Is he's going to be a good Bruce Wayne? I don't know about his Batman.
yeah. But the thing is, I think Christian Bale does both fantastically. His Batman's pretty great, and his Bruce Wayne is like on point.
Ben Affleck. See if the writing was better. He had a better storyline. I think he would have been a really good Batman because he had this the Dark Knight Returns
vibe to him, that
vibe
sort
to
of
him because he was just
retired,
brutal.
that retired Batman who'd kind of come back into the fold.
Yeah.
And the thing I like about the Dark Knight, which is what they kind of carried over into the Affleck Batman, is Batman's kind of become a myth, a sort of not necessarily a myth, but he's become a legend in Gotham. There's one of the scenes, it's like a 2-second scene in towards the beginning of the Dark Knight that I love, and there's like a crook in a car and there's somebody taking a bribe or something, and they see the bat signal, and the guy goes, "No, not tonight, fuck this." And the other guy goes, "Look, you've got more chance of winning the Super Bowl than running into him," which I think is really good. It kind of builds that whole Batman's a legend within the criminal community.
Yeah.
Everybody's fucking terrified of him.
But what I really liked, the scene I really liked was the detective mode scene
Yeah, I've got a wee note about that. So
I think that's the only movie that's done it.
it is.
And it's quite cool the way they done it.
Yeah, what I've done is again taken notes and stuff as I usually do, and we'll just kind of run through it. And
You're in your wee Bible, as my pal said.
and we'll just run through, and if you want to interject with anything, just say. So, the film opens with possibly the best scene in any Batman movie ever.
The robbing of the bank.
The bank heist is just fantastic.
And you can tell when in the Joker movie, kind of had some influences from Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Because he puts the mask over his own makeup.
So, the Joker and his goons are robbing a mob bank. And it's just so well executed because there's kind of a reference to Batman in there somewhere, and it kind of builds the story of the Joker. You're going to get a sense of who the Joker is by the way the goons are kind of interacting with each other. And the soundtrack for this scene and the whole film is just fantastic. It kind of gives you that sense of anticipation and fear of what's going to happen next. But yeah, it's fantastic. So we get the best bank heist in history to start off, and then we get our introduction of Batman with the sort of, he's tracking down the Scarecrow, because he escapes at the end of Batman Begins.
Yeah. I wish they'd done more with Scarecrow.
Yeah. To be fair, he's that kind of B-grade villain. He's kind of an agent of the League of Shadows in the first one, and then he appears briefly in the second, and then in the third one, because he's the judge at the court.
Yes.
The sort of pretend court in the third one. But he's pretty good. And we get like the Batman copycats. And there's that great line. He's kind of taking down everyone, and one of the copycats goes, "So what gives you the right? What's the difference between you and me?" And then he goes, "I'm not the one wearing hockey pads," which I love, because it's proper. Yeah, I quite like how this Batman's he can be quite sassy.
Yeah, but sometimes his voice gets really on your nerves.
The thing that's a bit annoying is that he
sounds like a chain smoker.
He uses the Batman voice with people who know who Batman is. Like, there's a bit when he's talking to Lucius Fox, and he's still using the Batman voice, even though Fox knows he's Bruce Wayne and gave Bruce Wayne all of the Batman equipment. It's a bit weird. He does the same with Catwoman in the Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, it's really weird.
It is really weird.
So in Batman Begins, the League of Shadows burn down Wayne Manor, which I thought was quite good. So we get like a sort of temporary Batcave thing that's underneath a shipping crate.
Yeah.
So I like that, where he drives into the shipping container, and then there's like the lift down into this sort of underground bunker where they've got the Batmobile and all his kit and stuff. I think that's pretty cool.
So it's like one big massive hall.
Yeah, it's quite cool. So that's where they kind of base themselves out of for the film. So some notes on some of the characters.
Harvey Dent.
Harvey Dent's brilliant.
I like the way.
Who's he played by again? Is it Aaron Eckhart? I think is the name of the actor.
But I like the way he's done
this. He's really good.
I like the way they've done this split personality thing with Two-Face and Harvey Dent.
Yeah. So we'll
so
get
it's like
to...
Harvey Dent's kind of like talking normally, and the other side's going, "Fucking kill him."
Yeah, we'll get to the Two-Face twist later on, but he's kind of introduced there's a court case with a mob boss. Someone's taken over the Falcone crime family, and there's one of the accused tries to shoot him, but the gun locks, and he grabs the gun, punches the guy in the face, disassembles the gun, and says, "Oh, carbon fiber, 22 caliber, made in China. If you're trying to kill a district attorney, I recommend you buy American." I thought that was that's proper Harvey Dent. they've got him kind of pretty well adapted.
Yeah.
It's that you can tell it's Harvey Dent. It's not just some random person that they then called Harvey Dent.
Yeah. I really like the parade scene as well.
What, at the sort of memorial?
Yeah, it's like the parade.
Yeah, again, I've got a wee note on that because.
Am I jumping the gun far too much?
Oh, absolutely. We're kind of going through the film chronologically,
Okay.
but if there's anything that does come up, then do say. Gary Oldman as Jim Gordon is fantastic.
He was really good as Jim Gordon.
He is definitely the best Commissioner Gordon we've had.
You think?
Yeah, J.K. Simmons is pretty good in Justice League, but he's in it for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Whereas Gary Oldman gets stuff to do with Jim Gordon. He is a proper player in all 3 of the films.
Yeah. Not kind of like a side piece.
Exactly. He is a main character and he gets a lot to do, which is great. I always forget Morgan Freeman's in these films.
How?
I don't know. It's just one of these.
He's playing Lucius Fox.
Exactly. Yeah. So Lucius Fox is basically Batman's. Would you say
tech guy?
He's the tech guy. He gives Batman all of his kit. And we get an upgrade in the suit in this film, which is good. And the thing I really like is they could have just given him a new suit. But at the beginning of the film, he starts off in the suit from Batman Begins, and he gets like mauled by a dog, which is properly brutal and unpleasant.
Yeah.
So he goes to Fox and says, "Yeah, I need a new suit. I need to be able to turn my head and things like that." And it gives an explanation of why he's got a new suit. Because they do ones in, like, take the Marvel movies for example. Thor's always changing his costume. Captain America's always got a new outfit. And it doesn't explain it at all. It's just
the one time that I quite like that they've actually explained why he's got a new suit. Spider-Man Far From Home. And he's like, I need a new suit, and he's building it.
Yeah, I like that sort of thing.
But with Iron Man as well, he did kind of explain why he upgraded.
He builds a new suit for everything, like each task he needs. So he's got like the Hulkbuster, and like he's got a deep space one, and he's got
the 2 nanotech ones.
Yeah. But I like how they do it's the new suit, and he's got the there's the new wrist blade things that shoot out, and it's maybe you should read the instructions first. So that's pretty cool.
That bit reminds me of like Robin's thing from Titans, where
I really like that. I don't think that's in the comics at all. I think that's something they invented for the show,
which is quite cool. How you just like can push it out. And
it's the wee kind of shuriken type thing.
The episode of Titans tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I'm guessing you've been keeping up to date with that.
Yeah.
The Aqualad episode was really quite good. Yeah, it's been good.
Right, back to Dark Knight.
Back to Dark Knight. So we get the Joker kind of shows up towards the end of the bank heist, but he's there for like 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get a proper kind of introduction to him when he's at the mob meeting. So there's a load of this kind of group of gangsters, and they're worried about where the money's going to go. So they've got like this Chinese accountant who's runs some big dodgy company. These films are way too complicated for their own good.
Yes.
But the Joker steps in to this meeting. He just walks through the door. And that scene is fantastic. Do you want to see a magic trick? He just sticks the pencil in the table and slams the guy's head into it. Ta-da! It's gone! He's like properly fucking mad, which I love. And then he, like, when they pull the guns on him, he opens his coat and it's just full of grenades.
Yeah.
It's like, let's not blow this out of proportion. The thing I like about this Joker is he is jokey. He makes jokes.
Yeah.
He uses pretend grenades. He does a wee dance at one point. It's not like the Jared Leto Joker who's the pervy mob boss. Which I hate, but he's kind of he clowns about. Do you like my pun there? It's a bad pun.
I'll worry about you sometimes.
So the mob put out a hit on the Joker, and they say, yeah, we're gonna somebody if you kill the Joker, you get 500,000. If you bring him in alive, you get 1 million. So I can teach him a lesson first. And when the Joker pretends to be killed by someone, and then some of his goons bring him into one of the mob bosses, and then we get one of his multiple pretend origins. And that was one of the kind of things I really liked about this Joker, is you're never quite sure where he came from.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain a wee bit about that? Like,
yeah, it's like he's about his mum or his dad with a knife.
Yeah.
And he put it against my cheek.
So that's like the first story he tells, and then he tells another one about how his wife wasn't happy, so he carved a smile into his own face, and you're never quite sure which one's true, which one's not.
Well, the wife one was in. Was it Killing Joke?
I think it's in The Killing Joke, yeah.
That wife one.
But again,
he was a running out comedian, and he had a wife who was pregnant, and they were living in a
shit house, and
yeah.
I've got a wee theory about his proper origin,
Mm-hmm.
one that I've kind of pieced together from other theories,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll get to that later on when we talk about the hospital.
And also how that scene never went to plan.
Yeah, I've got a bit about that as well. So Batman decides he's going to go on a wee vacation to Hong Kong to track down the Chinese accountant.
Mm-hmm.
I quite like that bit, because it's like Batman out of his comfort zone, out of Gotham City.
It would have been cool if you had like the Batman Inc. suit.
What one's that?
It was an international suit that he done.
Alright.
Where he went around the world, but he could still be Batman in different countries.
Okay.
They called it the Batman Inc. suit.
Okay. So they kind of have the detective vision type thing. So Fox puts he plants a phone and it sends out sonar so that they can figure out everything. So there's Batman has some fisticuffs with the goons, and then he's got like the weird gel grenade launcher thing.
That was amazing.
Yeah. The thing I like about these Batman films is he's got gadgets other than batarangs and a grapple hook.
Yeah.
He's got smoke bombs, he's got the wee grenade launcher, he's got the kind of EMP gun in the third one. He's got stuff for every occasion. And then the bit I really love is so he blows open the window when he's got the accountant Lau, and he sends up like the little weather balloon thing, and then it gets hooked on with a plane, and then they get zipped up into the plane. I thought that was pretty cool. It was very James Bond.
Yeah. That scene reminds me of Injustice 2, with Batman's kinda one of his moves is where he ties a rubber ball into something, and then the Batwing picks it up, takes it up in his air, disconnects it, and then fires it right down.
Yeah. And you kind of get there's the bit with the plane in the Dark Knight Rises right at the beginning, when they kind of disassemble the plane in mid-air, which is
that was
pretty
filmed in Scotland.
Yeah, it was filmed up in the Cairngorms, and they did it all practically, which is what I liked. The thing I love about Christopher Nolan is he tries his best not to use CGI, because like pretty much everything in this film is done with practical effects.
Bar some scenes.
Like the truck flip, which we'll get to later on, was all practical, and
the amount of planning I heard of it that he had to do for that.
Oh yeah. So one of the best scenes as well in the film is the Bruce Wayne holds a fundraiser for Harvey Dent, because he's trying to get re-elected as district attorney or something, or he's being elected. Is it mayor, or he's
been elected for something?
He's in an election for something. So for the campaign, Bruce Wayne holds a fundraiser for him, and the Joker gate crashes. Now that was the first day where Michael Caine saw Heath Ledger as the Joker. So the bit when Alfred's standing at the lift and the Joker comes in, you can kind of see the shock on Michael Caine's face of Jesus Christ, what the hell is this? Which is kind of they leave that in because it works. And we get another origin of another pretend origin of the Joker. So Bruce basically knocks out Harvey Dent, puts him in a cupboard to keep him safe.
Yeah.
And then the bit I love is when Bruce Wayne, he goes into his room and there's two people just hooking up. Like,
yeah, and he opens his was it fireplace or something?
It's just like a panel in the wall. And he opens it and they go, oh, he's got a safe house. Oh, thank God. And he just closes the door behind him. And they're like, oh, what a dick. Because that maintains the whole persona of Bruce Wayne.
So do you think he's got like his own miniature version of the Batcave in his house?
He'll probably have like a suit and some gadgets and stuff in there. I doubt he'll have everything, but he has the essentials if something went awry. Because Batman's one of these people where you give him enough time and he can plan for literally any event.
Yeah.
He has a multi-billion-dollar company and has money to spend.
Yeah. I remember in the comics he hacked the Green Lantern ring to talk to Hal Jordan.
Yeah, exactly. Batman is Batman. He can do anything. So that's great. And then, okay, so the bullet in the wall scene. What's your thoughts on that?
It was interesting.
Okay, so there's been two cops or something that have been murdered in an apartment, and Gordon's investigating, and Batman comes in, and there's a bullet hole in the wall. So what they do is Batman drills out the block of the wall with the bullet hole in it, then fires off a load of bullets into some more concrete in his Batcave.
Yeah. To
figure out what caliber of round it is. And then they do a 3D scan of, like a 3D laser scan of the block with the bullet. Then Fox magically reconstructs it in some 3D model so that they can find the fingerprint on the bullet. Yeah, okay. Now, as much as I like seeing Batman doing detective stuff, that's bullshit.
Well, that's what happened in the Arkham games. If you're doing investigation scenes,
I know, yeah.
He activates his detective vision and scans everything and links it up and follows the trajectory of the bullet.
Yeah.
Like in Arkham City when the Joker fires.
That makes sense. This doesn't.
No, I don't even know what that scene was interesting.
I like watching it because it's pretty cool. You're seeing Batman doing some detective stuff because Batman is a detective. He's the world's greatest detective. But that scene is bullshit. It also doesn't make any sense because the thumbprint wouldn't be on the bullet. It would be on the bullet casing, which would have been ejected out of the gun when the bullet was fired. So now it's a plant by the Joker. The Joker's done this so that he can get Batman's attention, and the thumbprint will lead him to somewhere where the Joker's got a trap for him. But so what the Joker would have to have done is taken the round out of the case, put the thumbprint onto the round, put the round back in the case very carefully so he doesn't smudge the fingerprint, then fire the gun.
Too much planning.
God, and the Joker says he doesn't have a plan. Of course he's got a fucking plan. Just as... don't get me wrong, I love this movie, I love this scene, but it makes no sense! And the more you think about it, the less sense it makes. It's just...
It ran over, James.
Yeah, it makes no sense. I don't get it. I don't understand!
But one of my favourite scenes in the movie, which I think you have in your notes, is just before the truck scene, where the truck gets flipped.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a wee sec, because that's a wee bit later on.
Because I want to talk about that scene.
Yeah,
like beforehand.
We'll get to that in a wee second. So, the Riddler's in this film. So there's one of Wayne Enterprises' lawyers or accountants or something has done some number crunching and figured out that a lot of the R&D department, which is Lucius Fox's department, has gone missing, or there's a lot of money going into it. So this accountant or lawyer or whoever he is has figured out that Batman is Bruce Wayne, and Bruce Wayne is getting all of his stuff from the Wayne Enterprises R&D department. And there's a big theory that guy is the Riddler. And he's kind of figured everything out. As much as I like that, it's meh. It doesn't come to anything.
No, because he doesn't have the awkwardness of the Riddler.
Yeah, and because they were planning on bringing like David Tennant in as the Riddler in Dark Knight Rises. So I mean that it doesn't really go.
He'll be a really good Riddler.
Yeah, he'd be great. So there's the Joker bumps off a load of big officials in Gotham, and there's a big kind of parade memorial thing for the commissioner, the old Gotham City Police Commissioner. So and the Joker's promised that he's going to kill the mayor.
Yeah.
So the fingerprint that Batman inexplicably finds on the bullet leads him to an apartment where there's cops have been stripped of their uniforms.
Yeah.
And the Joker and some of his goons have stolen the uniforms and attempt to kill the mayor.
Yeah, because Joker was in the parade with no makeup on.
Yeah, so how the hell did no one spot him? Rant for another day.
I think because he never stuck out like a sore thumb like Casper the Ghost with his
makeup. But he did. He had a fucking... Look at the scars on his face.
I know, he might have just made up the injury that he had.
So they attempt to kill the mayor, but shoot Gordon instead when Gordon jumps in front of the mayor to save him. Because the Joker's kind of said he'll kill Gordon as well because he's close to the Batman. So Gordon's killed, and Bruce Wayne decides that to stop all this, he's gonna tell everyone who Batman is. He's gonna admit that he's Batman. So he calls a press conference, but Harvey Dent takes over.
Yeah.
And says he's the Batman.
This is where my favourite scene comes into play.
So he's arrested because obviously Batman's a vigilante. And they're transferring him from one prison to another.
Yeah.
And it all goes a bit tits up.
This is, I don't know why, I just love this scene as a whole.
Oh, it's fantastic.
But it's the way Joker and that comes in this big truck. He's got a rocket launcher on the back and he's going all over the shop.
Bazooka?
And it's the way the Batmobile
it
flies up
and it
blocks
hits,
the thing, and then he crashes it, and all you hear is the wheel goes and he's fucking in the bike.
Yeah.
It's just the transition of that from the Batmobile being normal to getting shot from a rocket launcher into the bike. I just love that scene as a whole.
It's very Batman. It's like straight out of the comics. It's of course he'd have a vehicle within a vehicle.
Yeah.
It's you always get those you get like a Happy Meal toy and it was like the bat wing and a little bike would come out of it or something.
Yeah.
It's like that's proper cool. And then he goes after the Joker who's in the truck and they're still chasing down the SWAT car or the
SWAT van.
The van that has Harvey Dent in it. And this is the best bit in the film. It's certainly the best shot in the film. When the Bat bike, or what is it they call it? The Bat pod or something?
I think so.
It's a bit...
It's the way it goes through the...
So he fires a grapple line onto the front of the truck, swerves round it, and then goes underneath the truck, attaches the grapple to a lamp post, and then when the hook or the line gets tight, the truck just flips straight over. And that was practical. They put they had like gas canisters or something
At the back of it.
on the bottom of the truck so that it would just blast it over. And then they used like CGI to take the clouds out, basically.
Yeah.
So it was a mix of practical and CGI,
But it was like
but
95% practical.
Yeah, the CGI was just to kind of make it look more realistic.
Yeah. And then it's a shot after that when Joker's in the back of the police car and he's sticking his head out the window.
Yeah. No, that's later on when he breaks out of prison.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought that was
so.
before.
Yeah, because you have the whole Batman Joker interrogation scene first.
Oh yes.
So the Batman then comes round on his bike and pretends he's going to run over the Joker.
And then he flips the bike and gets off it.
Falls off like a fucking idiot. And then the goon, or the Joker's goon, tries to remove the mask and gets electrocuted. And then we get the Joker doing his wee kind of dance and skipping thing.
Yeah.
Which is very the Joker. And then turns out Gordon's alive and holds a shotgun to the Joker's head and says, "I got you, you son of a bitch!" Why did he pretend he was dead? Who knows? It doesn't matter.
I think so. Keep his family safe. If you know what I mean.
Something like that. So they figure out Harvey Dent isn't actually Batman because Batman just saved Harvey Dent.
Yeah.
Gordon's still alive. Gordon becomes commissioner. They've captured the Joker, and we get the interrogation scene.
The infamous interrogation scene.
Oh, it's so good.
Where is she?
Where are they?
It's the way it's the videos I've seen where they've amped up the bass for when he says that.
Yeah. So they're interrogating the Joker. Batman's trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, and they figure out that when they were getting Harvey Dent and Harvey's girlfriend Rachel to a safe house, they were intercepted and the Joker now has them hostage. So we then get the, "Where are they? Tell me where they are!"
That just reminds
It's
me.
just, I don't like the Batman voice. It's too grating.
It's too grating.
But anyway, so Rachel and Harvey are hooked up to like oil drums.
Yeah.
And the Joker eventually gives them the locations, but he gives them the wrong locations. Like he says, Rachel's in this place and Harvey's in this place, but it turns out that they're in the opposite places. So Batman thinks he's going to get Rachel, but is actually going for Harvey. And comes in, and Harvey's tried to free himself, but has fallen over and spilt one of the drums, and he's got oil on one side of his face.
But but Harvey and Rachel are on the phone with each other.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So Harvey's trying to convince her that everything's going to be okay, and
then he's screaming, "No, you should go.
No,
you should have went for her."
So he gets oil on his face, and then Rachel just dies. Like mid sentence, is blowing up, and it is brutal.
Yeah.
When I first saw the film, I didn't think they were going to do that, but it was, whew.
Because Goblin just got there.
Yeah, they're outside the building when it blows. And Batman gets Harvey out of the building just as the building explodes, but
half his
face burns off.
But the way they've done that though with the CGI with Two-Face, so where when he's moving,
oh
you can see
god,
the muscle.
it is unpleasant.
But it's so well done.
It is properly well done.
The dots and everything. Because I was watching the video about how they put like white markers on that side of his face.
Like the CGI is amazing. It is proper convincing.
It's the way they get the eye and all the
muscle. Oh, the eyes minging, and you can see his mouth moving underneath.
Yeah,
the
muscle. Like that kind of muscle there, like stretching when he's talking.
Oh, it is really unpleasant.
It's really unpleasant, but it was needed.
Absolutely, because it's the whole grit. They're trying to make it dark and gritty and realistic. Yeah.
But this is how I feel like they had a missed opportunity.
How so?
Because I feel like they could have went more into the split personality side of
I
Two-Face.
suppose, but Harvey
Because-
wasn't the main villain.
I know, but it would have been quite interesting.
Yeah,
Kind of the two sides fighting with each other, like Harvey being
Because
very...
in
Harvey being diplomatic and Two-Face is like, no, just fucking kill the bastards.
Because in the comics and in the Arkham games, Dent's kind of like schizophrenic.
Yeah.
He's got like he's got two personalities. The Harvey Dent, the
And the Two-Face.
diplomat, and Two-Face, who's just chaos. And
Yeah, because that was in that Batman Arkham Knight when he was robbing banks.
yeah,
He stopped the bank robbery. And at the bottom of the subtitles it says Harvey Dent talking. And then Two-Face's voice is a lot darker, a lot grittier.
yeah. So Harvey Dent ends up in a hospital, and
The Joker dresses up as a nurse.
yeah, that bit's weird. So now, I'd said that the guy who's maybe the Riddler, who's figured out who Batman is, doesn't show up again, but I was wrong. So he decides to go on the news and tell everyone who Batman is. But before he does that, the Joker calls the network and says, "Let's just keep this interesting. I don't want to know who Batman is just yet." So
And he's kidnapped the guy that Batman was talking to earlier in the movie, remember? Remember, he's got the thing, and Alfred's like, Batman, Bruce, come here, and it's on the thing. It's like, listen, where is he?
yeah,
And he's kind of interrogating, pretending to be Batman to the guy that's dressed up in him.
yeah,
And isn't
yeah.
it when Bruce wakes up and that same guy's hanging from the
The
building?
window, yeah, it's properly kind of, whoa, it's not nice. So the Joker says, "I want this bloke dead in 60 minutes. Don't tell us who Batman is. I want you dead in an hour, or I blow up a hospital." And so they decide that they're going to get everybody evacuated from Gotham, the big hospital in Gotham, which is the one where Harvey Dent is. And during the evacuation, Harvey goes missing. But before that, the Joker and Harvey have a wee talk, a wee chat, and
Heads are heads, kind of.
yeah,
Going.
and he kind of holds the gun to his own head, and it's really well done, that scene. But in that scene, we get the line where Joker says he's an agent of chaos, and one of the lines is, if a truck full of soldiers is blowing up, nobody bats an eyelid because it's all part of the plan. Whereas you say one little mayor is going to die, and everybody loses their minds. Now, I think that's a reference to what's happened to him in the past. Now, he clearly has an understanding of explosives and military tactics and expert planning.
So do you think he's ex-military?
He's ex-military. He was in an accident, and that's how he got the scars. And because nobody paid any attention to him after the accident, and after he was blown up, basically, he's on this vendetta against order. What do you think of that? Did you think that kind of works? Because he also clearly has an understanding of guns, because he's in the parade when there's the attempt on the mayor's life.
Yeah.
But I think it's a theory, and obviously it isn't confirmed. And I like how the origin of the Joker is still, it's open to interpretation.
There is no set origin for him.
Exactly. And that's kind of carried over from most of the comics. Now, there are some of the comics where they talk about the origin of the Joker.
Like the Killing Joke.
Like Killing Joke and Red Hood and things like that. But he is an enigma. He has no origin, which is what I like. He's this mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. So then the Joker blows up the hospital.
Funny thing about that scene.
They blew up an actual hospital.
No, they never worked the first time.
No, but the thing is, there was this building that was supposed to be demolished. So Warner Brothers said, okay, that looks kind of a wee bit like a hospital. Can we pay for the demolition of this building? so they obviously made it a bit more fiery. But it is an actual building that they blow up.
Alright.
But and when he's
hitting it, right, he keeps doing that because the actual detonator wasn't working.
Yeah.
That's how his reaction's so shocking when it does
was
happen.
improvised. Yeah. So I don't think they actually gave Heath Ledger the detonator to the building.
No, they did.
But
they did actually give him the detonator. That's how he kept hitting it.
Yeah, so he hits it once and you think it's going to explode. Or he switches one detonator as he walks out of Harvey Dent's room.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple of wee explosions. And as he's walking out the main, or one of the side entrances for the hospital, there's some small explosions. And he's kind of walking there with his detonator. And then it all kind of stops. And he's like looking around real confused. And this was all improvised. It wasn't meant to do this.
Yeah.
So he keeps hitting the button of the detonator. And then the whole hospital explodes.
Yeah, because...
And he just runs.
Yeah, because he did actually got given the real detonator.
Yeah, it's a properly good scene, that.
It's the way, like... What's happening?
Yeah. So then there's the kind of final face-off with the Joker. There's two ferries where there's kind of people getting evacuated from Gotham. One of them's filled with civilians and the other's filled with prisoners. And there's two bombs on the boats, and the Joker has given the detonators to the crew of the boats. So, like, the boat for the prisoners has the detonator for the bomb on the boat for the civilians, and vice versa. And he said, yeah, you need to blow one of the other boats up, or you both get blown up at midnight. Which I think is fantastic. It's a proper... Yeah, this is like something from the animated series.
The animated series is one of the best series ever.
Oh, it's fantastic.
With, personally, the best voice actor for Batman and Joker.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy.
But it's that whole scene is very kind of... It's like something out of the comics or the animated series. It's really good. So the Batman decides he's going to go after the Joker. And we get the whole detective vision thing. Fox has got this... He's built this network where every phone in the city is now emitting the sonar thing.
I love the detective vision.
It was like right out of the Arkham games. It was proper cool.
Yeah, I think more Arkham Asylum than all the other ones, because Asylum had that grittiness to the detective vision.
Yeah.
But it was the way it kept pulsing.
Yeah. It was really good. So there's the cops aren't aware of everything that's going on in the building. Like, so the people, the hostages are the real goons, and the goons are the hostages that have had guns taped to their hands. But the cops don't know that. So Batman basically takes out a squad of SWATs and basically kicks them all out of a window. So Batman's now a
murderer.
Yeah, kind of.
Mass murderer.
And so then while this is happening, Gordon gets a phone call from Harvey Dent because Dent's kidnapped his family. And it's that you're going to lose the person most important to you. You're going to do what I had to do, tell them everything's going to be okay when you know everything isn't going to be okay. And it's a great kind of scene, that, because it keeps building and building. The music kind of it's almost musicless, that scene. You're kind of just left with the dialogue between the characters.
Yeah.
And you're not quite sure where it's going to go. But Batman shows up, ends up getting shot by Harvey, and as he's about to shoot himself, Batman tackles him off of the building and basically breaks his neck.
Yeah. And then it's the way it ends.
He murders Harvey Dent, and tells Gordon that nobody can know what happened to... that nobody can know that Harvey Dent became Two-Face, because it'll undo all the work that Harvey did as the district attorney. Yeah. But yeah, so Batman has taken out a SWAT team and has killed Harvey Dent, and is now on the run.
It's the way he goes on his bike and just...
Yeah. So it's the he's the hero Gotham needs, but not the one it deserves,
Yeah.
and things like that. And the film just kind of ends there.
Setting it up for the third one that they
Yeah,
had to change.
yeah. After the death of Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
So, The Dark Knight, it's a great film. It has some scenes which exasperate me, but it is a great film.
It really is.
So obviously the Heath Ledger was going to be included in the third of the trilogy.
He was going to be the main character again.
Yeah. So what would you have liked to have seen done with that?
The death of each other.
What, they end up kind of cancelling each other out? Batman kills the Joker and the Joker kills Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have done.
Or Batman kills Joker while Joker's laughing at a joke that Batman said.
As in from
The Dark Knight Returns.
that's not in Dark Knight Returns. It's in The Killing Joke.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the end of The Killing Joke.
Actually, it is.
Yeah.
Kind of like a homage to that.
Yeah,
See, if you look at it, The Dark Knight Rises
is very similar to The Dark Knight Returns.
Yes.
I would have liked to have seen a more accurate adaptation of that. Like if Heath Ledger was still about, but because the Joker is in The Dark Knight Returns, he's a pretty main character, and he gets the batarang in the eye and he breaks his own neck just to fuck with Batman.
Yeah.
So if
Superman's in that one as well.
Yeah, that's the one with the whole battle with he's in like the armoured Batman suit and fights Superman. Like I would have liked to have seen an adaptation of The Dark Knight Returns, obviously without Superman and all that.
But the animated stuff that they done for it was phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a great film, that. But yeah, so it's Dark Knight Rises is pretty good. It's got its problems, but it's kind of a good conclusion to the
series,
the Dark Knight trilogy.
How everybody thinks he's dead, but he's not.
Yeah. But this is certainly the thing I like about the Dark Knight is, as long as you have a vague understanding of who Batman is, you can kind of watch it as a one-off. Like, you don't have to have seen Batman Begins to see it. It kind of introduces everyone again towards the beginning of the film.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the Dark Knight. Pretty good. You alright? You tired?
Oh, I got hardly any sleep yesterday.
Oh, you poor thing. My heart bleeds.
Shut up, you.
So,
any other news?
Recommendations. Oh, we've done news. Recommendations. What you been watching? What you been playing? What you been reading?
Mika's got his new album coming out tomorrow.
Oh, that'll be good.
Which is going to be good.
Yeah.
I've been starting to reread Civil War.
Okay. That's good.
Which is interesting because there's a lot of characters they missed out from the movie.
That's because they only had a few characters to work with.
I know. What else have I been reading? I've been reading Absolute Carnage.
Mm-hmm. Any good?
Fucking brutal, man. Like, Miles Morales is in it and all that. Everyone's in it. Everyone.
Oh, good.
Basically, Carnage is going after everyone who has had the Venom symbiote.
Ah, right, okay.
Or some sort of symbiote.
Yeah.
And the latest issue that I'm reading is Venom disconnects from Eddie because Venom doesn't think Eddie's strong enough anymore, and then connects with Hulk.
Yikes.
Because Carnage attacks the Avengers base with like Spider-Man, Wolverine in it, and then attaches himself to Hulk, and Carnage is like, oh fuck. So Hulk's this big massive thing.
Nice.
But Carnage captures Miles Morales and turns him into a Carnage droid.
Right, okay.
And Miles goes and kills someone. Because the Scorpion's in it.
All right, okay.
And the Scorpion becomes paralysed. Because Carnage is after Scorpion. Because he became Venom as well. And Miles Morales saved him.
Okay.
But fucking Miles got captured by Carnage and is now one of Carnage's droids. The more people Carnage captures, the stronger he becomes. And then Reed Richards is no longer the smartest person in the comics.
Okay.
Moongirl is.
I'm trying to think what I've been watching or reading.
What have I been playing recently?
Oh, I finished Carnival Row. It was good. Good twist towards the end. I won't spoil it. But
How was the CGI for
the big monster? The CGI is pretty good. It's actually really really good. They kind of use a mix of CGI and practical effects. It's great. It's a really good series. I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Been binge watching Futurama. I'm on the last season of that. It's
great.
It's a good series.
I must confess.
What?
I've been rewatching Teen Wolf.
Good God.
I'm on season 3, episode 14.
You're like a teenage girl.
Oh my God, I know, right?
I've started watching Battlestar Galactica, the early 2000s series. It's really good. So they did like 2 TV movies, and then the series kind of follows on from that. So I've watched the 2 films, and I'm about to start season 1. And it's really good. It's got Edward James Olmos is the commander in it. He's the other Blade Runner in the first Blade Runner. I don't think he's in much else. But he's really good in this. Anything else you've been
I've been watching Red Dwarf.
Oh, Red Dwarf's great. I've got this. I'm still reading The Body Politic, which we talked about a few weeks ago, which is pretty good. And I've got this book to read for engineering management, and I can't be fucked at all. It just, I'm sure it's kind of interesting if you're interested in management, but I don't want to do it. Don't make me read it.
Oh, that's a shame, James. My heart bleeds for you.
But I think that's everything, really.
What else have I been watching? There's something I've been watching, I can't remember. I've been watching The Dark Crystal.
Is it good?
Age of Resistance. It's interesting.
Yeah, that's the one with all the puppets and shit.
Yeah. I was rewatching The Dark Tower.
It's It's a bad film.
It's bad. They tried to put so many books into the one movie.
Yeah.
Never worked.
It happens a lot with like franchise films. But yeah, so I think that's everything for this week. So next week we're doing Joker, which I'm looking forward to.
There's a trailer out for Six Underground.
No idea what the hell that is.
It's
that the new Michael Bay one?
Yeah, with Ryan Reynolds in it on
I'll
Netflix.
give that a watch at some point. So next week we're doing Joker. Looking forward to that, I suppose. When are you seeing it?
Saturday.
Cool. I'll probably see it on Wednesday.
I didn't know Michael Bay had something to do with Jack Ryan.
No, don't ruin it for me.
No, Michael Bay's a producer.
Alright, okay.
An executive producer.
Hmm?
He's an executive producer.
So aye. Joker next week. I'm trying to think what else is coming out soon. The new Zombieland is out soon. And we've got the new Terminator as well is coming out. So we've got some films we can work with over the next month. And we'll see what we can do in between. Is that everything for this week from you, Graeme?
The Youngblood's EP's getting delayed a week.
Yeah, you mentioned.
Mika's got a new album coming out tomorrow.
You mentioned.
Half Noise's got a new album coming out tomorrow.
Alright.
Who Half Noise is the drummer of Paramore's band.
Okay.
It's quite cool.
Cool.
That's all I've got.
Right, in which case we'll wrap this up. Thanks to everyone for watching. Listening. Whatever.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Just waving at the imaginary camera. No, thanks for listening. I really appreciate it.
I thought it was watching.
Shut up. Any comments, feedback, much appreciated. We want to know what we've done good, what we've done bad. Leave us a like, subscribe to the channel.
Hit that bell.
Hit that bell. Hit the bell, get notified when the next episode's up. Apart from that, thanks to our mutual friend Scary Chewing Gum for our theme.
Scary Chewing Gum. I forgot that song.
Yeah.
I can just see a comment again. Mutual friend in caps.
Thanks for our theme. It's a good theme. I quite like it.
know.
Yeah, I've got it as my ringtone now. It's quite funny.
Oh, for God's sake!
I like it. Shut up! I'm supporting our work. So, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next week.
Adios.
Adios.